We are live. Pond and more. What's going on, buddy? Haven't seen you in a couple minutes. Good to see you in. Just sending out some alerts that we're live. See if anybody stops by. Probably not going to go too long today. Feeling under the weather from being out in the weather. So I'm going to go for a little while. Dome boom. What's going on, Paul? Everybody stopping in. Should I just close it up? No, first. There we go. Now I got the right pages open, I think. Oh. Technique. What's going on? Working your back was killing you. Yeah, I hear that. Work's been crazy. We got like snow coming down this week while we're outside painting on houses. Michael McReynolds, welcome in. So the video I got playing is from last weekend. Went up playing around at my buddy's house up in Gladwin with DJI FPV drone. Looking at fall colors. Mr. No Fly Zone. Let's see. This should be good. I think this is where I go way high. Not meaning to. I was fixing the tablet so that they could see it on the tablet. I thought I had it at hover, and it wasn't at hover. With the DJI, you got a sloppy stick for the FPV drone. So I thought I set it at the hover point, and it was still going up and up and up. So we'll get a good view of the color in the area for sure. Lurking and editing. I can just imagine. Let's see what they're going to do to me on Zoom. I didn't pay for my full Zoom, so I'm on limited Zoom, but I should be able to get people going still. Ed is connecting to audio. We got Ed. We don't have a video. There we go. There's Ed.
Man, it's slow over here. What can I tell you, man? We're slow in the south, bro.
Usually your screen comes up and we see you connecting to audio while you're there, and your screen was great until you were connected this time. But like I said, I'm on the cheap Zoom right now. I didn't pay for it yet this month. It's supposed to come out yesterday, and I didn't put the money on the card yet, and I forgot to do it today. So I was like, well, I guess we're just going with the free version for right now.
Looks like you have some nice colors going on down there.
There's all kinds of colors. That's at about 300 meters up in the freaking air.
That's a nice strip right there. Right there, those golden yellows and red.
Yeah, all around there's pretty good. That's up in Gladwin, about an hour away from here. They got snow up that way, I think, yesterday or the day before a little bit. We got some snow coming down yesterday, but it was more like a hail snow. It wasn't really a snow. Nothing accumulated, of course. The ground's too warm still, but I hear that's coming in another week. Next week's supposed to be like almost 60 degrees throughout the week here and there. Maybe a couple days over 60, and then the week after it's going to be the northeastern freeze type thing.
Northeastern freeze kind of thing. That
we're going to get hit. We're going to get hit with some heavy snow, they said. So could be.
You know what? You know, if I've got plenty of firewood, a nice fireplace, and I get a bunch of snow and can't work, I mean, I could be down with that.
Right? Well,
Alright,
we'll just end
hang
up
on.
inside. That's the problem. We'll just end up inside working.
Yeah. I mean, I hear people talk about, I'm gonna stop my, I'm gonna mute myself because I'm gonna. And then I was gonna keep talking. So here's the thing that drives me crazy is people, they talk about loving the snow and all that. And, you know, I grew up in Florida, I've lived in Florida all my life. So I've been in snow a few times, not anything heavy duty, you know, like 3 inches at the most, you know, in North Carolina or whatever. But at that time I didn't have to go to work in it. I didn't have to work in the snow. I didn't have to dig a ditch for electrical conduit in the snow. I didn't have to do any of that. Whenever I was in the snow, it was just to play. And that's what snow is for. It's for playing in. It's not for working in. Screw all that.
Oh, so yeah, I haven't heard anything from my co-partner there, Adam, tonight or Tim. So
Is
I'm
he
assuming
gonna
they're
be
busy.
MIA again?
Yeah, they just gonna
What a
they ain't
prick.
even gonna respond to my text in the Facebook Messenger. That's the thing that bugs me the most. It's not even like, oh man, I'm working again. It's just nothing.
Okay, I still gotta get the chat.
Rigor mortis, blind Neil. Who else came in here? Oh, that's all that came in while I wasn't watching. I was playing with the OBS. I've seen if it goes any better when I run it through the OBS as a media source, but seems to be kind of glitchy just the same, I think. Seems to be glitchy on my end. Tink, 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 tink. Seems to be streaming better going into YouTube, but it's still glitchy on my end. It's just as glitchy on YouTube, but it's not any worse. Anyway, Rat. What's up, human? Subhuman? I'm not sure. So yeah, it's been crazy cold and windy and nasty weather here. I'm like half sick from being outside all week.
It's good for your immune system, man.
Yeah, it's building the immunities up. That's okay. It just sucks working that way. Drained from energy,
That's
throat
just the
sore and
way it works, man. That's just the way it works.
Well, so we got me inside working today and I'll probably be inside tomorrow and who knows. Not sure when or what.
So I finally got chat up. So hi, Michael McReynolds, Frank, Rad RH, Blind Neil, Rigor Mortis. Hey, brother. No, I mean, I don't know how y'all deal with all that white shit. The trees are beautiful. I'll give you that. And oh, you got the sun going down at a nice angle too in this. Got some nice color in the clouds and stuff.
Yeah, it was the whole reason I made sure to get it up is because it was a nice looking sky that night. We were moving a bunch of shit out of his pole barn and filling up a dumpster and shit. And I was like, all right, I better get a flight in before it's too dark. By the time I was done with it, it was getting dark to be able to view in the DJI FPV drone without changing settings around and whatnot.
Hey, and Michael, I just want to call you out. I sent you a message on Messenger, but you have a couple different logins on Messenger. But I was subscribed to you. I may not have watched a recent video, but I was subscribed to you. So thank you very much. Just wanted to set that record straight.
He says his brother had 2 tickets to the Colts game tonight, so they're down at Lucas Oil Stadium getting ready to go in and watch the Colts game.
So that's a football team, right? Who is
Yes,
that?
Indianapolis, Indiana Colts.
Okay.
Yep.
Boy, I tell you what, Georgia sure whooped up on Florida's ass this last weekend.
Yeah, Florida's got a couple losses in right now, don't they?
Oh, well, the Florida, Georgia, they do it every year.
Right.
Florida, Georgia game is a big deal. And Georgia kicked Florida's butt. I mean, literally kicked their butt.
That was like our last weekend with State and Michigan played. Your brown jug.
Florida is based in Gainesville, which I don't know how many miles it is from here. It's a good little trip. And so is where the Bulldogs are based.
I guess we did
Bulldogs.
this year.
But they always say that it's always better for the economy when Georgia wins as far as Jacksonville goes, because that's where the game is held. It's kind of in between the two places. So when Georgia wins, they hang out in Jacksonville and spend lots of money. Whereas when Florida wins, they just haul ass back to Gainesville, where the college is at, and party there and spend all their money there. So,
Joan Worship official troll channel. Did you miss me? Brother, ain't nobody missed you. Just because you're under a different name. Oh.
You've changed your names how many times, Dan?
This is a different channel. I just had to add him a wrench, so it's a different channel than his normal channel.
Oh, okay.
It's one of his other channels.
Because I think I saw a post from him the other day where it looked like a different name, but
he's got another channel called I Fix Shit. Have you found that one? I Fix Shit. That's his scooter fixing channel. I Fix Shit.
I've said this so many times, but I gotta repeat it. I'm going to type it actually to Drone Worship. Oh, Bum's here too. That sorry Polly Drone Bum is here. Send Mike a picture of your prick antenna, Polly. So Polly put up an unlisted video. Yeah, I fixed shit. That's what it was. Yeah, Polly put up a picture saying on Messenger that he showed his prick antenna. Yeah, Ken Who. I say Ken Who all the time. I don't know who he is. I don't watch him. I don't watch Philly either. Philly Drone Life just annoys me. I don't mean to hate on anybody. I'm not doing that. But it's just somebody I think hasn't done a lot for the drone community as far as
what's going on, Max Air? Who else?
Yeah, he is, Michael. That's who else. He is. He's good with a scooter thing. I fixed a couple scooters, caught a couple on fire, but I fixed a few.
You can only take so much of them. Yeah, Ken Herron. Yeah, exactly.
No, they just seem Ken and there's a few others too that bear mentioning, but I won't mention their names. But so much was, oh, like they're these great pioneers, you know. Oh yeah, King Herring. He put, or who was it that put the eyes on their Phantom 4 so that
That's
birds
Ken Herring.
wouldn't attack it.
Yep, Ken Herring. Yeah, he sells those. They're $10 a set for them.
Yeah, I know. And okay,
I could
so
have
how
Kit
do you
make me a
even
set for
judge
about
how,
$3.
how do you
That's
even
counting
judge
shipping.
how effective that was in deterring bird attack?
Yeah. Oh my goodness, I'm so tired today.
Hey,
Not me, we're
Bob,
just
Drone
honest with
Days, how
people
are you, brother?
these days, but if you're honest with people
No,
today, then you're
you
totally
know,
in control.
hey, Dan, drone worship, you know, that's what pisses me off. Okay, so one should never be afraid of saying what they feel, ever.
Berman, I
You know,
got this
and if
cookie.
people don't like what you have to say, then they'll just ignore you. There's no reason to attack you or anything like that. Just don't say anything more to them, you know? Nobody, there's nothing wrong with
Don't
trying to
spend the
change somebody's
time.
mind, but you're only going to alter it maybe a little bit because most of us already have the right. We're not children here, you know? That's what I don't understand.
Drone Days. What's up, Bob?
Mr. Bob. How are you doing, Mark? How are things in BC?
He did a live stream the other night, Ed. Did you catch that?
No, I did
Yeah, he was
not.
on
I
live
don't know
stream the
when
other
it was
night.
on.
For about an hour he was on. Hanging out with Rigger. Talking about scary movies. Scary movies.
I mean, you know, who knows what's going on at certain times, you know, like I missed somebody's stream last night because I was watching Fox News, you know, or whatever.
I missed the stream last night because I was watching the bar.
Okay. Well, I meant to check in. I think Maddie's Drone World went on at 8, and I meant to say hi to him, and I didn't. So I feel bad about that. But I was watching Tucker, so I kind of like Tucker. So
I watched the Curse of Oak Island, and as soon as that got over, I went over across the road.
oh, to the bar.
Yeah. My second home. What are we getting?
Well, that's cool. You have a second home right across the damn street.
What's it? Why are we getting a chat like that? 14 people. Oh my gosh.
Matty Puke. Why do you call him Matty Puke? That's just wrong. Why would you call him that?
Oh, babyface Ed. That's what I'm seeing down here in the chat. Babyface Ed. It's in the Prick's Nest chat.
What?
The Prick's
What?
Nest.
Because I took off some.
Somebody just took a screen snap with you up here and said babyface Ed, a bunch of smileys laughing at you.
Well, I'm used to being laughed at, okay?
He only laughs because he's a prick in training. He's not a full prick yet. That's why he laughs when he comments that way. He needs to quit his damn lurking and just come in and say hi. Because you know he's on the stream, but he hasn't typed in text yet. So he needs to just come say hi. I fix sheet. Because you forgot, Ed, He brought me into their show, and then brought Ken in, and then lied about the entire situation. It was very backstabby. Yeah, and then
See,
didn't want to
I
play him
don't
up
know.
to
I
her or
didn't, I
anything.
didn't catch any of that drama.
But Joan Baum, I've had the nest muted for months. We know you and Carlos got together and it was all over. You didn't have time for us in the prick's nest anymore. We know. We see that.
First of all,
right, Ed? We see that.
yeah. Well, and first of all, Dan is not the most politically correct person in the world, but he says what he feels. And I find that refreshing because so many people are
scared to say
afraid to do that. Look, man, I am me. I'm not going to try and be somebody else. Love me or hate me, I am who I am. You know, that's it. And Mike, I mean, I get the same sense from you. And there's been things we've discussed that we don't agree with mutually together but for the most part, we do.
There's RC Crazy. What's going on?
Hey, Eric, how are you, brother?
Speak for yourself, Bob. Oh.
Not being a prick, Mike.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just me, you know. That's the thing. And Mike is Mike, and I don't know. Eric is Eric.
Jim's droning. Welcome in,
He's
brother.
carrying around this tropical fish, and he puts it outside, and then 6 months later, he has to move it back into the basement and shit. Dan is Dan. That's it. Good way to put it. And Dan, we love you for who you are. Now, not everybody does, but most of us love you for who you are. And it was great meeting you in Florida. And thanks to Mike for getting me down there so that I could meet your sorry ass. Yeah, Dan is a good prick, Rat. You're absolutely right.
Justin's probably going to shoot me for this, but I'm sure he'll be fine with it. So we're going to play Justin's latest video that he put up today. It says, "We all thought about it."
Oh, I saw that one. He sent that to me too.
What a clown.
Nah, that was good. That was good. And you know what I said to him? I said to him when he sent me that, I said in my reply back to him, I said, well, at least it wasn't a golden shower.
I was surprised his look wasn't like that. That was some funny shit though. I usually don't end up getting into it, but I seen that today. I was like, oh my gosh. What's his wife think about these short video clips he's putting?
Yeah, right. You know, I kind of met Justin in Florida, but I didn't really get to know him. I've gotten to know him a little bit more since then.
Yep.
And he came on to one of my live streams, and he was really cool. He was a great co-host, if you will, since he's the only one that came in. But it was fun, and he's like-minded. I mean, he just wants to have fun. We're just all boys wanting to have fun because there ain't a woman in here.
That's the first hashtag from Brant Ariels. Gary said everybody was supposed to come over here and hashtag Brant Ariels.
Oh, hey, Northeast journalist.
Fist spank by fix shit. Oh. Dan is the main prick. Yeah. So has anybody been able to get out flying? It's been like freezing cold and windy here, and I flew last weekend. It's supposed to be like 60 this weekend, so hopefully I can get out and do something. I haven't rode the bike in like 3 weeks.
It's been windy here at times, but I've had plenty opportunities to fly and I have not done so. And that's awesome, Minnesota Paul. I guess Minnesota Paul is getting it in while he still can because he's in Minnesota.
Yeah, because they're catching some of that too. Not as bad as we caught the lake effect, though. He sent the damn cold over. He
I
sent it
don't
over.
know.
It hit lake
Anywhere up
effect.
that way is going to be
They-
cold to me all the time.
They said they got like 8 to 10 inches up in the UP this week of snow.
Wow.
I don't know how much of it'll stay, but winter's coming. Ain't
That's
wasting too
all
much
the
time.
burned up cart. So when does the sun go down there now, Mike?
Sunset's like 6:50 or something. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
close to
well,
about the same
it's
time as
getting
yours.
ready to be reduced by an hour. Is it this weekend when daylight saving time now?
I think the 17th. Something like that. Or, I don't remember. Oh, let's see. Details. Sunset is 6:22 p.m. So half hour before the stream started.
I thought it was this Sunday. So no, it's the 7th. It can't be the 17th. I think
Daylight
it's this,
savings,
I think
November
it's this
7th.
weekend, Mike.
November 7th.
Yeah,
Yep.
this weekend.
Yeah. Ooh, so we get a little bit more sunlight back, huh?
No, you get less.
Yeah, you fall back. Well, no, we fall back, which means, oh yeah, I guess it starts earlier in the morning then, huh?
Yeah, the sun
Just catch it
comes up
earlier.
earlier in the morning, but goes down
Yeah.
earlier. But technically, you do gain an hour because at 2 o'clock, it changes back to 1 o'clock. So
Yes,
you
we get to
get
sleep
an
in.
hour.
You
You
get to
get an
sleep in.
hour, but it's in the middle of the freaking night, so you don't even realize it.
Yep, dark when you leave for work and almost dark when you get home. I know that. Send you the link. Hold on. We can do that.
Hey, more possum. Hiya, Jim Stringing. Mendez strung up.
I'm gonna have to talk to Brent Ariels. I know a
just-
bunch of these guys just came from over there, and
I
only
don't
one
know,
of them
man. I just-
hashtagged for him, man. I can't believe that.
I just
Okay.
wish they'd leave it on daylight savings time the whole time.
Well, they're talking about doing that, but
Yeah, they've been talking about it doing here in Florida too. See, the thing is, at one point, it doesn't. They make the argument because kids going to school and stuff like that.
right.
And yeah, if the sun comes up earlier, so to speak,
Yeah, so they're a little
the
bit warmer
sun's
at the
still
damn bus
coming up
stops.
the
Suck it
same
up.
freaking
Oh.
time, but they just adjusted the time. But they'll be catching their school buses in the daylight. But still part of the time when they're in the nighttime.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
OG
put some
Trev.
lights on them for quad's sake. Give them some time to play when they get home from school.
Mendez Drone Ops, welcome in. OG Trev, welcome in. Jim's joining. I seen come in. Who else? Birdman's in. Who else we get? Eat more possum come in. Rat, we seen you sneak in. Welcome in, everyone. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll get like a week next week or something like that. It's supposed to be like 50s. mid 50s, maybe some 60s. I'm like, yeah, I could deal with that.
So hey, Mike, so in the wintertime when you were in Alaska, in the wintertime, how many hours of light did you have?
Not many. The winter time is very few hours. It's like 4 hours of daylight.
Yeah.
During the summertime, it's just the opposite though.
Yeah,
know,
I know.
So
That
like
would be
during the summertime, you don't tell your kids to come home at dark because they don't come home, you know. You know, it was like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning before you could see the fireworks in the sky. It was so
you know, I
suck.
I always wanted to see the Northern Light.
That was awesome to be able to see up there, the Northern Lights. Do we admit them?
So I mean, so wouldn't it be cool to sit out there? Oh my God, look who's here. So wouldn't it be cool
He
to
even looks like a troll the way he's
lay
hunched
back
over
on
and
your
shit.
back
What, he laying down?
and watch the Northern Light?
Yeah, he's laying down. He's over there like Justin or something, all chilled out in a bed, just chilling, laying down. Well, here comes the other troll. Can you guess who it is?
This guy. What's this guy doing?
You got no mic.
Is that monkey guy? Who's that monkey guy, man? What the fuck is he doing?
You got no microphone, Dan.
Who?
Damn.
Oh, Dan. Dan, your shit's broke again.
There you go.
There he is.
It's broke.
Broke
You
again.
still got no mic, prick.
What? That's impossible.
And now they
Oh,
and
now
because
you
we're
do.
on Zoom, they only hear Rat because they can't see him. And I guess he can see his green square, huh?
I was
There you go.
trying to think of who you look like.
Oh,
and
there
I
you go.
couldn't nail it down, Dan.
Hey man, your drone's
Funny.
upside down, bro. No wonder it's flying funny.
It's always fun for me.
I look like
No, that's the pilot.
I look like rat's balls.
They are cleanly shaven, buddy.
Oh, nice.
You shave your head, buddy.
Yeah. That's how she likes it.
What's
thing, I
with
guess.
the beard underneath the chin? That's
Hey,
not
whoa,
where
whoa.
a beard belongs.
Whoa, don't hate, bro. Appreciate it.
He's
Yeah,
trying to
but
look
how
more
can
like
you
he's
have a
supposed to be
chin
with the
with
chick he's
nothing
with.
on it and then all this shit under here? I don't know.
Hey, click,
He's
clackety, duck.
trying to get the style in so that everybody thinks he's supposed to be with the chick he's with.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks like you fit in.
Click, clackety, duck. Shut the fuck up, Ed. Oh, man. That's funny. Good to see you, Ed.
Good to see you too, brother.
You're balding more, Ed. I think it's about time to just take it off.
So what do you think about them?
You know,
3-wheel bikes there, Dan?
I have been thinking about
the wife
taking
she
the
wants a Can-Am. I'm like,
to
I
a
talk to
cave.
people
I
that ride
have
them,
been
and they're like,
thinking
they're
about it.
crazy to ride. They
All
pour
right.
good, but that's it.
So I had a 990 Can-Am Rotex in 2009, and I loved it, dude. It was an animal, but this is radically different than my Can-Am, bro.
The Rikers are a lot
Yeah, it's because it's
too.
taller.
No,
Riker-
well, but it has the independent suspension for
Yep.
steering. So
Yeah.
one tire pushes forward and rolls out, and the other one rolls in. It's very weird, bro. It's unique, but when you get up to speed, if it gets any kind of wobble in the tire, bro, it is.
The handball.
Bro, I don't know how to fix it either.
Pretty good motor in it though.
No, it's rowdy. Whoever I got it from definitely did a big bore kit on it. It's gnarly, bro. It's a quick little ride for a 150. I think it's probably around 200 cc's or better right now. So it's snappy.
No, I mean, I've seen a couple of the bikes you've worked on, Dan. They look pretty cool, man. Pretty sporty.
Yeah, well, I mean, this one probably won't fetch much money. Probably looking at maybe 800 to 1,000. It's pretty beat up, dude. Despite how it runs, despite how it
Sitting
runs.
outside.
Yeah, bro.
Rust everywhere.
I'm actually considering welding the steering so that there's no slop in it because I think the bolt's worn out. Mm,
Well,
We'll
I
see.
mean, that's what they used to say that about Harleys all the time, is you drive them 50 miles and then you stop to tighten all the nuts and bolts.
Yep.
Yeah, well, this
That's
thing's
true.
10 years old, bro. It's old school. It's Chinese and it's old school. I can't
It's
expect
old.
much.
Yeah, it's old.
And hey, Eric, RC Crazy, I'll tell you right now, scooters suck in the cold.
Nah, that's not true. Don't hate.
No, they suck in the cold, okay?
Don't be a wiener, Ed.
Even here in St. Augustine, which we do get a little bit nippier than you do down in Tampa way, Dan.
Bruh, bruh,
It can be cold as shit riding a
Bruh.
scooter when it's like 30 degrees outside.
bruh. It gets down to 22 here too, man. Okay.
Yeah.
But you still
well,
ride.
I lived
You
in
are
Tampa for 3
Oh.
years, and that doesn't happen that often.
No, it does. It happens at night. Everybody's always asleep at night. That's when it gets cold. Cold happens at night in Tampa. All right. That I've learned that. The moment the sun goes down, the temperature drops insanely. That's why you gotta get one of these, Ed.
Shit. Fucked it up.
Check out these
fucked it up.
pants Dan is wearing.
Shorts, man. Lounge shorts.
No, that looks toasty, Dan. That looks toasty.
I'm in.
Yeah, that helps. Hey, Josh Winsrow, how are you, brother?
Hey, Josh.
Joshy.
Man, fuck Winthrow. He's a dick.
Eric, I get cold at 45 degrees. I'm colder before 45 degrees. I'm cold at 60. What are you talking about?
Ed.
When you're on a bike, when you're on a scooter, even a bicycle, wind chill, man, wind chill. It's all about wind chill.
Well, it is. So if it's
Yeah.
50 outside and you're cruising, it's actually like 20 degrees colder.
Yes, exactly.
Look at that. Gary didn't even do his own hashtag. He was supposed to do hashtag Brant Aerials when you came in, Gary. Only one of your people did that, by the way. I'm just letting you know. You need to get on there more. They're gonna stop by. They're not very good.
This
rated.
sucks. I want to see the comments. It doesn't show them to me.
Aduga.
I'll pop mine.
Oh, chat.
Aduga, hey, brother.
Oh, it doesn't show me the chat.
What are you wrong about?
Floridian's talking about wind chill. That is funny shit, dude.
Look,
Hey,
man,
hey,
Dan's
wind
experienced
chill
though.
is
Dan's
frickin' wind
experienced.
chill.
He's from Michigan. So
Hey,
Dan's
there you go.
experienced it.
There you go. Yeah,
He knows what wind chill's about.
that's right. That's right. That's why we
Wind
grow this.
chill.
See, we're getting into that thicker month, so now I'm gonna grow this.
Holy shit. 3 guys in an RV headed west towards Flagstaff, Arizona. A week with the guys. Oh,
that's scary.
shit.
That's cool.
That sounds like a lot of
Yeah.
And
sit
it's gonna
spinning.
probably be frickin' warm there too.
Him
Yep.
and Chucky, and who else is with you? Who's the third party? You, Chuck, and who? I didn't catch who was going with them.
It's look weird, man. One side. Better. There we go. Yeah, these are weird.
First of all,
Right,
Eric needs
Mike.
to realize that Florida cold is colder than New York cold.
Okay,
Just
so maybe
you
this
know.
needs to be explained better, Ed. So in Michigan, you guys have a dry cold, right? It's radically different than what Florida offers because there's always moisture in the air. So when it drops into the 30s here, it is penetratingly cold. It is ridiculously cold. There's always water surrounding your limbs, your hands, your fingers. So even people from Michigan, like Mike, if you were to come down here in our cold season at night, if it got into the like 40s and 30s, you would be like, oh my, I didn't realize it gets this cold.
Oh yeah, I've been down there.
Yeah.
Man, I
I've been down to
froze.
Arizona and all that
I
kind. I've been
froze
around the
my ass off and I went
That's not
further
a tight
south during the drone meetup. What the
Mm.
hell?
We're at 69% humidity currently. Well,
I don't know where my other phone is, or I'd look it up. It's somewhere.
Somewhere. You lost it already? What
It's
the
somewhere.
fuck?
Shut up, rat.
it'd be a waste of time if Josh went traveling with the guys without the drones.
Mm.
But that would be just like some scary RV antics going on then.
I mean, I would
Let's
have
do
to
it.
think it's probably gonna be about the
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas style, boys. Let's go.
dude that had some gay stuff in it too, bro. I'm good, man. I'm good, bro. I'm good. 4 dudes in an RV with no drones. I can't imagine what's gonna happen, bro.
Zero
Gonna be touching
Arctic.
each
It
other.
got down to now minus 65 Celsius one night. My yeah, I believe that, Rager. It was
Oh, yeah.
negative 89 out. The coldest I ever got in Anchorage. Well, it wasn't Anchorage. We were up in Nome and Fairbanks, but out staying in a 10-man tent, negative 89. That's some cold ass Arctic shit there.
What the hell?
What the
You're
hell,
not
Bobby?
We weren't even allowed to go do any field work because it was just training. So we got to stay in the tents and just hang out and keep warm. So we didn't get
You're
in.
lucky. We made our ass go outside.
Well, under minus 50, they wouldn't let us go back out and do any field training.
What the hell? I done
So
told you I
like
don't want
3
to
days, 4 days, we sat in a 10-man tent just playing spades, fucking shit, hanging out.
It's a super duper cold out here.
Super duper.
Super duper. I don't want to change the oil cooler.
Oh, so Dan, when you get that Mavic 3? What a joke that's gonna be.
Oh my god, bro.
They should have just come out with a Mavic 2.1 or something.
Dude, all these
That's really all it is.
all these excited people about another DJI product. Like, oh my god. I can't.
They just put out the damn action camera. The action camera, from what I understand, pretty much sucks.
Yep, that thing's
Overheats like crazy unless you're
Here's-
like optimal,
here's-
you know.
If you're
Here's
putting
the
it on a
deal.
Cinewhoop, it's good. Otherwise, don't use it.
Here's the deal, man. I've gotten to a point where it's like drone technology doesn't wow me anymore, and they're making
Yeah.
such insignificant little changes that I don't care about everything new coming out. And until they can wow me again, I have no interest in chasing GPS shit. I will stick with FPV.
Mateo drones and his chair.
I want a chair. Chair sounds good.
The thing that's blowing my mind is I see all these ND filters coming out with magnetic ND filters to put on these drones. It's like, who's going to put an action camera with the magnetic ND filter on their damn drone that they plan on crashing possibly? Ain't an FPV drone? No. Just sets down onto the base and locks in. No. Strapping that baby on, dude. Yeah.
So I officially reopened my scooter business. It's on Google. You can find it.
Oh shit.
Really?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I have to buy a scooter and come see you.
Or you can bring your motorcycle out. I work on those too, bro.
Well, come on up. You need a vacation.
There you go.
I got a
That's what I'm
garage
working-
we can work on it in. It
That's-
needs its
that's-
servicing and whatnot.
Bro, that's what I'm working on, man. Trying to get an RV.
Yeah.
Those are easy to get. Get a bus.
Ow. What happened?
Bus.
Something about a
Buy a
bus?
school bus.
Oh yeah, no, I don't feel like building one, bro.
It'll last you longer.
I'm good, bro. I'll just tar the roof. That's like the biggest problem with RVs is that the roofs on them suck. You just got to put an extra layer on top so you
Yeah,
don't
you
have to
just-
worry about it.
You can put some black seal onto it.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like that's like
Yeah.
literally that is the biggest problem with RVs is that after 5 or 6 years of sun
Yeah,
beating
that-
down on it, they just
around that
fall
trim edge
apart.
and whatnot, and the rivet
They
spots.
do that, dude. They do that intentionally so that the RV won't last very long. Like the idea is
So
that you
gotta
have
come
to get
service it
another
all
one.
the time. Yeah.
Exactly. So there's a guy that did, he talks about tarring his roof every 5 years. He tars the top of his roof every 5 years and never has to worry about leaks. He's been doing it since like the 70s and he's never had a leak.
With a good webcam, Logitech C922.
That's what I have on my computer.
That's what the majority of the people run it. I've got one right up there. I'm actually off the GoPro down here, but the Logitech's up there.
I'm not trying to figure out all that GoPro magic. Fuck that. That's annoying.
that
I tried
hard.
to. Hey. Shut up, Brad.
I figured it out. Come on, man.
When Rat's in
What are you
here,
doing?
when Rat's in here, I
knows
treat him like
what
I treat him
Rat
like
is
the
doing.
no, I treat him like the Big Lebowski. Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
Shut the fuck up. You bitch, you shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up, Donnie. Donnie, shut the fuck up.
Did I ask your opinion, Donnie?
Did anybody ask you, Donnie? No, shut the fuck up, Donnie.
I'm gonna put a link in to Ed with the scooter. I know Dan has seen it, but I don't know that
Dude,
Minnesota
is funny.
Paul has.
It is funny. Watching you run around like a chicken with your head cut off trying to find water is the best thing I've ever seen.
This camera here is the Logitech 922C.
This camera right here, this is my Samsung Galaxy
This
S10. Oh, dude, I just let out the longest fart ever.
Dog's barking. The hell?
My dog barked when he heard my fart.
Oh.
That was
Pour it
amazing.
on him.
No, it wasn't an onion. Well, it was a Philly cheesesteak. Just
I
green
must have
peppers,
farted on the
bro.
dog.
Oh, yeah. No,
So
I
his
had
head
that.
against your ass.
Uh,
Give him a good rip. Show him
Alright, what
something
do we
to bark
build?
about.
Are we fixing or building now? You're fixing.
I'm fixing. I took a Fattech ESC that I found that can't take the load of the motors on this setup, so I got to go back to my old ESC.
Gay.
Oh, no worries.
He's just fixing shit.
Yep.
Fix shit.
It was it would when you punch out real hard, the OSD would go away, and then it would like dip in a corner like it was losing voltage to an ESC, and I'm like, oh, okay, I know what's wrong.
Maybe.
No, that was I was drawing too much amps on the ESC. It's a 7-inch running a 4S setup.
Oh,
3 more days. 3 more days, Mike. I gotta go find that dead girl's body. Yeah, that craziness.
That sucks.
What's going on, Crowley?
Uh-oh, I better watch.
Mr. Crowley and his drone.
I better watch my Deadpool humor.
Bob Casey in the house.
Dead balls.
I get in trouble when I use my Deadpool humor.
Deadpool
You
humor.
know, I
Suck me.
gotta say hats off to Mr. Crowley, because Mr. Crowley, maybe about 16 months ago now, but he was ready to give up on FPV. He was like, man, I just keep crashing and wrecking, it just sucks and whatever. And now he's all into it, you know.
It's part of
Oh yeah,
FPV, bro.
buddy.
Same thing with Kev FPV. He was ready to throw it in, lost drones and GoPros out in the snow and shit. Got back into it. Next thing you know, he found the drone that he lost out in the snow.
Because you stop,
Monkey
you stop
farted right back at
at some point you stop crashing all the time, and all of a sudden you're not fixing and buying stuff all the time. Just
Right?
the occasional fix.
Pretty much.
Yeah, if you don't fly them, they stay in good shape.
You know,
Yeah.
and actually, I want to reiterate that Mr. Crowley, Sean, I gave, and maybe somebody else came up with a name first, and maybe Paulie Drone Bum got that first, but we called him Master Crasher because you're crashing a DJI drone. I mean, you got to really work at
know.
that, don't you?
No,
Yeah.
it's pretty
Yeah.
easy, really.
pretty easy.
Exactly. Okay.
Shows that you're not a good pilot.
Mini 2 doesn't have all the obstacle flow sensors that, all those other ones have. So,
Dude, the sensors are so lame.
yeah.
They keep you from doing cool stuff.
Yeah,
All
like
this
crashing
shit
into the
is
bars.
broken, Polly. Why does he want to sell it? He needs to fix it.
I want something hot right now. What sounds good?
I mean,
Yeah,
it's okay to
Charlie
take
wants to sell this shit.
Aggie. Hiya, Aggie. It's so good to see you. I haven't seen you in forever.
Who the fuck are you?
Charlie's over trying to sell all his stuff over to Carlos.
Yeah, but all his shit is broken. That's why he got discouraged, because he broke all his shit.
No,
Well, it's hard to sell broken
He
shit.
said it wasn't necessarily not working, it just wasn't 100%.
Well, what does that
So
mean?
his OCD was driving him crazy when things weren't working like exactly the way they should have been. Which means he just needs to learn to tweak some things and fix some things a little more. But you learn that after you do it. That's the disadvantage of when you buy shit that's already built over and over and over. You don't learn to diagnose, troubleshoot, and fix shit the right way.
Yep.
And that's just a matter of getting in there just like rats over there doing and getting your hands dirty.
Yeah, you gotta get your hands dirty. Yeah,
You want to apply these things the way I do, you gotta get your hands dirty. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I'll look, man.
You can't buy what I build, okay?
You can
try.
But on a prop, he says.
Yeah. You can try to buy what I build.
He's over there with the alcohol wipes cleaning it back up again, huh, Paul?
He probably broke his drones from
Q-tips.
wiping too much alcohol on him or something, because he was such a clean freak.
Yeah, you ain't gotta do all that.
Yeah, Sean crashed a Phantom 4 and a Mavic. So that's fully obstacle flow that he crashed.
Jesus.
I don't
Can't
even know
apply my
that's
stuff,
possible.
man. Not allowed to apply my stuff, man. Stay away.
My Mini 2 was easy to crash into the bar.
I like to watch
Just
you
did the
crash.
sideways thing. Yeah, that was when we were out there. I was doing the burnout flying and whatnot. And I was standing out by the cars and somebody burned, and it clouded my whole vision. I moved to walk away, and I must have hit the stick whoop, sideways into the bar. It still flies, but I got this little horizon thing that wants to go on with it now.
I've never intentionally crashed a GPS drone, or unintentionally. I've had them crash because of failure, like battery failure, stuff like that. But I've never actually like smashed a GPS drone into anything.
AXii RC, welcome in. Haven't seen you in a while, girl.
And I don't think I've owned any. Oh no, I take that back. My Spark had sensors. That was the only drone I ever had that had sensors other than optical flow.
Huh.
I don't even use them most of the time. I go straight to sport mode anyway, even with the FPV drone. I go into sport mode, optical flow sensors are gone.
Yep. Bye. They're just in the way. They don't teach you anything positive.
No, they don't teach you how to watch out. They teach you how to rely on the damn drone.
No,
And then it's not flying anymore. It's just steering it.
Yes. Now, yes.
Yeah.
You get it.
Learn
Now
to
you're operating a machine instead of flying the machine. In one scenario, you're a pilot, and in the other one, you're just an operator.
Yeah.
And that's what I think the clear distinctness is between FPV versus GPS, is that one, you're actually piloting, and the other one, you're just operating. Because if you let go of the sticks on the GPS, I was going to fucking sit there and just chill. You know, and not only that,
sticks on this thing and it goes into the ground.
Aggie said she managed to back a Anify into a wall. Flying it
hold on.
Sight.
Hold on. Ken just went live. I have to go troll Ken. I will see you guys later.
Oh, you can troll him from right here, man. We'll just fucking shoot.
No, he's on his phone.
We'll all troll him.
Yeah, I gotta use my phone.
He's on his
phone.
Damn it, man. Get you.
I gotta go buy super chat so everybody sees my comments and Ken won't answer them.
That's fucking great. That is great.
Okay, I'll be back.
Viduga says he wants to
Aggie, I just want to say to Aggie what she meant. She managed to fly a Parrot Anify I've heard of them. I don't know what they are. But she backed into it.
You came to the wrong one, Troll.
And
There
that's
you
what
go.
I always
He's
say
working
to
on it.
everybody. Always fly forward. When you do that hover crap, unless it's GPS, even with a GPS bird, I've backed into stuff because
I
you
watched
can't
Adrian
what's
fly like a
behind you.
whiz down there,
There's
line of
no
sight, dude.
rear facing camera.
Adrian got that darn Mavic up in the air. He was whipping that baby around down there. Adrian Mateo. He can fly line of
Yeah,
sight.
don't fly backwards. Exactly, Aggie. Exactly. You can't see where you're going. Unless you know exactly where you
don't fly
are.
backwards.
They call that situational awareness, like when you're flying a jet plane or whatever. But even a jet, they don't hover. They don't go backwards. They can hover, some of them, the Ospreys and stuff like that, or Harriers. But for the most part, they don't hover. They're always going forward. And that's
Interactive,
where you're looking. You don't. It's not. You don't have a rear view mirror.
interactive DNA had the Unify. Yeah. So the camera angle on it, you can look straight up with the front camera on there. It's the one where the camera sits way off to the front of it.
Okay.
So you can do like a horizontal straight up look or a straight down look where it's not a little bit of an angle. It's straight. And you can't go high with like the Mavics. You can only go.
Yeah, but why do you want to look straight up?
Straight up. The different camera views and whatnot.
Wouldn't you lose where you're at if you're looking straight up?
Only if you're cruising around with it. But if you look up, you can pan the camera and everything, just like the
Oh, if you're
DJIs and
sitting
whatnot.
still.
Yeah. For different shots or this or that. It just gives you more angle that you can play with, so you can really get good shots.
That's pretty cool.
Your spot. It's unique in its own. Marcel, what's going on?
Hey, Marcel.
2 bikes, yikes. There's probably more, but they're hiding. Oh. Yeah, going under a bridge. You could fly underneath the bridge, stop underneath the bridge, and the camera angle to get the inspection. There's lots of options for it that way, but yeah. You are the master crash it.
Yes, yeah. Mr. Crowley, I would not, I think you deserve that title, although Drone Bum is a close second.
Yeah,
he drowned a few birds himself.
There's only one Ed though. There's only one Ed. We got 2 Mikes, we got 2 Pauls, we got 2 Johns, we got 2 Jims, we got, there's only one Ed.
Do everything. Double.
Yeah, 2 by 2.
Yeah, I gotta plug this thing up to the
loading up on the arc.
And first of all, I don't think master crasher is a desired term. I'm just saying. Yeah, right, Paul. Thank God there's only one Ed. Yep. I'm like Tigger. What's the most wonderful thing about Tigger? Because he's the only one. Well, I don't know about all that, Aggie. It's so nice to see you, Aggie. Cheers from across the pond.
Yeah, she put out a video not too long ago chasing planes again or whatever, but
oh, did she?
Hasn't been a lot of video. It's probably bad weather over there too.
I suck on notifications, man. Unless I catch them when I happen to look, I don't catch them. I have way too many notifications. We've missed you too, Aggie. All that lockdown stuff and whatever UK people got going on.
All right, I need some tea or something. Maybe I'll get some ice and a Coke.
It's so weird with the COVID crap. It's just how here in the United States, how it varies from state to state, how weird they are, Hey, brother Pool, brother Dan, how are you, Drone Pool? I keep forgetting where Dan Drone Pool is at. He's where it's cold. I know that.
She's across the pond.
The drone with a mask in the house.
Drone shots. What's going on, Jody?
Hey, Jody, how are you, brother?
Pool in the house. What's going on, Dan?
Do you realize, okay, let's think back 2 years ago. When,
That's a long
remember when it wasn't cool to walk into a bank with sunglasses on or any kind of face covering? Oh, how the times have changed.
I don't wear no face covering anywhere. Well, except for the hospital.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's kind of gone by the wayside. I mean, that went by the wayside. I still wear one in a convenience.
So we went to Ponderosa, the steakhouse, and they actually had their full buffet open back up. So you can serve yourself at the buffet now at Ponderosa. You don't
Damn.
have to be wearing a mask up there to fucking get your food or nothing.
That's cool, man. Way to
Finally
go.
getting back to some normality around here.
Billy saying, you know what? That's bullshit.
It's pretty good steak too, I'll tell you what. It was just a 10-ounce New York, but it was still good.
That's funny. That's funny, Aggie. You should do a video about that, Aggie. Come on, take a little action cam in there, just your phone. There's a Ponderosa somewhere, Gregor. Yeah, I know. I think Ponderosa steak.
Yeah, there
is
isn't
that
a lot of 'em.
steakhouse?
There's only like a couple left in Michigan. But
Yeah,
we do have
live
one
high staggy. That would be awesome. I mean, you could stage it with the restaurant people. Oh, I have a YouTube channel. Let's do this. I think that would be funny. Who was it? It was Carlos and Drone Bum
Oh no, he's
flew
cheating.
at a Hooters. I think last week. What's his name? I'm not gonna be able. The guy Max there, 420. They all went to a Hooters, and then Carlos flies his Moby 6 HD around the Hooters restaurant. It was very funny. It's cute. I think it was released. It's a cool clip.
Calls. I don't know if
Yeah.
it did.
Paul was there.
It must have been because last week we played it on the thing and Carlos gave us the link. So come up on his channel.
Yeah, Drone Bum says he wasn't flying, but that prick was there. I know he was there.
He was there. He was staking out the inside, watching that lady snatch it out of the air.
I mean, you know, somebody had to be holding the phone while Carlos was standing up in the next to the waitress, you know.
So we've got
yeah, it was fucking Carlos. Exactly right, Lewis.
We got one of those at like the old country buffet type thing or whatever. What is it? Can't think of which one we got. It might be the OCB one.
You did make it public, Paulie. Now I gotta look for it.
Ken says I fix sheet is his new favorite screen name.
Hoorah!
He trolled him good then. He got his name mentioned in his show.
He was pretty. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't think she had too much makeup, Polly, but I didn't see her that close though. See ya, Crowley. What?
snotty. Oh, the one waitress wasn't. The one waitress that snatched out of the air was pretty snotty, it seemed.
Hey, Bob Casey. How are you, brother? See, I would never have the balls to fly in a place like that. I just wouldn't. I'm just too shy. So I rely on the rest of y'all to do that shit for me. So I've seen a couple good flights from people flying around in Walmart and Target and stuff like that. I would never have the nerve to do that. Even the diving of the buildings thing, I would have problems with that too. I mean, I'm just too shy to be too worried about confrontation.
Later, Crowley.
Yes, yes, Dan. Drone pool, the mall flights were very cool. I agree.
So I've seen some really cool mall flights. Like somebody went to the one mall that's got a Ferris wheel inside and whatnot and flew in there and everything. That's some gorilla whooping there, dude.
I'm
Getting
trying to
when they
think
got
of
an
who-
active Ferris wheel in the mall and you're flying around. That's pretty sketch.
I'm trying to think of who it was. It was
I want to say
somebody
it
I
was like
met on
White Kid.
Canadian Drone Hub, but
I want to say
it was
White Kid doing it on that one.
husband and wife, and they both flew FPV, and they were flying in this mall. You know, just in the main part of the mall.
Uh-huh.
And it was pretty cool. They were doing it together. So can't think of her name. Mr. Gonad. Yeah, right. No, absolutely, Bob. Carlos has some balls now, no doubt. Who's Jim? Oh, Jim. Yeah. No, I mean, there's been a lot of people. I just don't have the balls for that.
I've been thinking about taking it to like a Walmart or some shit and doing it.
Well, I mean, you gotta pick the right out. Okay, see, it used to be easier because now at least the Walmart here in Florida closed at 11. It used to be 24 hours. And I'm thinking the best time would have been like 2 o'clock in the morning or whatever, you know, when they were still open, you could sneak your ass in there and truck nut. Yeah, perhaps. I don't know. I'm kind of weird about that. But I mean, it's like people said things about Carlos flying around in the mall with the Moby 6. And Moby 6, Moby 7, I've had a few small birds like that. And if you went as fast as you could go straight into somebody's face and they didn't blink, you might hurt their eye, you know.
Hey, you gotta get you
Like,
some chuck
make
nuts.
them go, oh, ouch. But
Chuck nuts for the whoops works.
that bird's not gonna hurt you. It's completely harmless. There's no way you can hurt anybody with that bird.
A dry evening rigger. Could be a minute. He's still in the warm part of Canada though, so
You go for it, Mark. That'd be awesome. I know you could do it well. Make sure you have prop guards on.
Bum and Carlos did it together.
No.
I'm not sure if they're man and wife. That's funny. Adventure FPV, indoor stuff, yeah.
Now, the long hair is definitely an issue with any drone because it'll wrap it up like crazy.
I never had an issue. I just keep it away from my head.
Dude,
I haven't caught the wife's hair in a tiny whoop yet either, so I'm still here.
I mean, here's the deal. My next door neighbor, this is years ago, before drones were even out there, but she was using a hair dryer on her hair, you know, and they blow out hot air, but they have an intake on the side. And she got the side of the hair dryer too close to her hair, and it sucked the hair in, and that hair dryer smack glued that hair dryer to the side of her head. And I mean, they had to unplug it, they had to cut hair to get it off of there. Telling you, man,
I remember when I
whoops are
first
not
started,
the only dangers to hair.
when I first started flying, I remember a video where some dude's like, what better to get your wife for Christmas than a drone? He's out flying around the house with the drone inside. It gets it in his wife's hair. I mean, it was not hardcore in her hair, dude. She was so pissed. It was funny. Nazgul Evo Q on the way. Made sure to buy a boatload of props and arms. Nice, Bob. That'll be cool. Bob Casey gonna be ripping a freaking big bird. Screw the whoops. Yeah. Working on indoors in a few stages, building sets. So I'm trying to warm every day. Yeah, lucky you, Marcel. I was out there painting out exterior yesterday and it was snowing. It was crazy. Yeah, the Nazgul's have been a good selection. iFlight has a good quality going on. I like iFlight drones.
Not that I've worked in a while, but I'll tell you this. I have never been a fan of working in the cold and the wet. Wet especially. If it's wet, no, I don't want to be doing electrical work, okay? Inside is okay. I even hated doing electrical work when it was raining just because I had to go from the truck to the inside of the house, which means you pick up mud or whatever on your shoes. It's just a pain in the ass.
A moo-moo. You mean a saran? Is that what you mean, Regger? A saran? He gets
Bardwell
so
is making pizza and
Bardwell in his skirt. It's a sarong. I noticed on his live streams he's been wearing a lot of shorts lately, though. He must be getting too much flack or something. Like
that's funny. Louis.
Clientele's. So yeah, moo-moo. It's pretty much the same. Yeah. Boss wants me to go work indoors tomorrow, painting freaking windows. I don't feel like painting windows tomorrow. I'm tired of freaking painting windows. Pain in the ass painting windows.
You know,
Little things. Gotham is
I like the way Aggie put that. I was on site at a fish crossing place today. Got a proper bit of rained on between sites. Now, what do you consider a proper amount of rain, Aggie? Does that mean a lot? or what you needed,
Good
or
soapy.
I don't know. I mean,
Good
proper.
soap. Proper.
I don't know. That terminology is unfamiliar to me. $60 an hour is good money, Dan. I've never made that kind of money.
I only make that kind of money when I bid jobs for myself.
Yeah, I can see. You know, I've never been one for side jobs because once I've gotten through with my regular job, I don't want to work anymore. So, so Aggie, that makes it proper. That doesn't
What do
sound
we-
proper to me. Between drowned rat and feeling like a fish, what the hell is proper about that?
Like Carsell's a proper wet.
So I mean, I'm just trying to discern the proper
The only British I know
translation
swear
from
words.
proper in English to, I guess, American. To me, a proper amount of rain is no rain unless I'm inside and it's just water in the grass. That's a proper amount of rain.
Rigger said the only British he knows are swear words. In the States, someone would say something British. All I can think of is bullocks. Lon Denard, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, Lon.
Aren't you heading off to spin up? You're not like gathering up to head out?
He might already be there for all we know.
He's flying down if he's going, probably anyway. Which means he probably won't leave until tomorrow.
A lot of people gonna be there. I don't regret not being there.
Flying in.
I'm
Florida.
not saying I don't have a. I mean, it just seems like a camera bird kind of situation.
There's supposed to be a bunch of FPV shit going on down there too.
I know, and they have
Yeah,
managed to
it's
invade it
mostly
over
camera
the last
birds.
couple years.
Mostly camera birds. Was with Mike Kinney on his maiden flight. Yeah.
Well, good for you, Long. Happy flying.
The DJI Mavic 2 fly more or the 3?
No, it's a 3.
three,
He
yeah.
got confused. Long got confused.
I knew he'd end up getting it. He just sold his FPV drone and everything. He needs something new to play with.
Well, I mean, I hope you like it over what it was, what you had with the 2, Long.
Damn.
I've just never been that big into the camera bird thing because I'm too lazy to go anywhere to make utilization of a good camera bird. So there you go. See, like if you don't travel to go fly somewhere, you can only fly from the same spot with a camera bird and it'd be fun and interesting. Whereas with a FPV bird, even though it's the same spot, it can be a different flight every day. And that's something I've always said. No, I know there's a lot of, I'm not dishing DJI and I will tell you right off the bat. And, you know, I always love Baduga's emoji that had some guy pissing on a DJI drone. But during the meetup in Florida last spring, I must say I was very impressed with the DJI drone because it was blowing like crazy out there. And there were DJI guys putting their birds up and they were flying.
Oh, they
just
had
fine.
no problem up. Well, I won't say
Nope.
no problem. It did
No-
very well
no
up
problem
there.
with that wind
The
at
only
all.
problem that the wind played on the DJI Mini 2 was if you weren't staying right on it and keeping track of it. If you took your eyes off it for a little bit or off the screen for a little bit, that wind would have just drug it and pushed it right away. It was taken away on uh, Bill Ronane's. So when he had his up, he was playing around, but he brought it back and it still, handled the wind and everything. It fought the wind, you brought it back. Landing was a little more difficult in that wind. It goes into that trying to land mode. It was like drifting.
Yeah, but with any
do the
drone,
hand
it's
catch on it and you were
difficult in
good
a lot of
anyway.
wind, you know.
You could do the hand catch on it. That would have been just fine.
No, hey, and Jim, I hear you, man. That's cool. I get it. I completely get it, and I've seen so much great footy from guys with camera drones, Mavic 2s, Phantom 4s, even Phantom 3s. I thought, oh, that's awesome.
But dude, I'm right behind you, brother. I can't quit yawning over here tonight. I'm so freaking tired. And I think I got something in my freaking eye today from scraping on houses or something. It's like bothering my eye. I don't know. We're gonna go about another 8 minutes at it. We're gonna call it at 8:30.
Okay, that's cool.
That way I can run off and watch the football game. And think
So
about
who's
somebody
playing?
else
Who
down
you
there.
wanna watch?
It's
How
the-
about those Braves?
it's the
Woohoo!
Colts and the Jets tonight. But there's
Well,
somebody that was in our audience is there at the game. So I mean, I just feel I have to watch it. Maybe they'll hold up a sign and whistle stops or something, and we'll be able to find them in the crowd.
that would be cool if they did that.
That was like doing the live stream for Sturgis type thing, and Ron's out there walking around in Sturgis rally or whatever, and we found the live Sturgis cam, and he walked over so that he was on the live Sturgis cam while he was on the live stream. We could see them on both at the same time. It was pretty cool.
So it's who's playing? Bob just said, "Go Jets."
Colts and Jets.
So who?
Colts and Jets.
Oh yeah, I go with the Jets.
Yeah. Colts have been a
Not
pretty
saying
good
they're gonna
team.
win, but I would root for them before I would vote for or root for the Colts.
Yeah.
Where are the Colts from? They're like Denver. Or did they
Indianapolis.
move?
Indiana.
They moved, didn't they?
They're out of Indiana.
Oh, Indiana Colts. Did they move, or is that where they've always been?
They reformed the team, I think, up there. I think they might have been from like down by Texas or something before or something. I don't remember.
See, I was thinking they moved. I just wasn't sure. I was trying to dust off the files, but ever since they started kneeling for the national anthem, I never paid much attention to pro football. I just couldn't handle that part, so I quit watching them. But I still pay attention to the college games, and I think it's not that I pay much attention to baseball, but I'm very pleased that the Atlanta Braves won the World
It was a pretty decent series. I watched being over at the bar, they were watching it a lot, so I caught a lot of the games. I'm not usually into watching baseball, but it was some pretty good series. I almost enjoyed watching a little bit, I would rather have seen Houston Astros win just so that my sister would be happy, but I don't really care if my sister-in-law is happy.
Yeah, but the Houston Astros weren't in the playoffs. They weren't in the.
Yeah, that's who the Braves played along the way. They played the Astros along the way to get there.
Oh, along the way. I mean, I'm talking
Yeah.
about the World Series itself.
Yeah. Flight sports are more my speed. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. DRL racing is like on their last season, finishing up. I think it was supposed to be on last night or tonight, something like that. Yeah. Joel
No,
Racing.
Aggie, I used to do the race cars. I've been to Daytona a number of times. I've been to Miami Homestead, watched kart. I've been to Indianapolis, not Indianapolis.
I grew up around all those racetracks in sunny Southern California. That's where I grew up on tracks. I've been to Michigan once.
Michigan is a cool track.
I like
It
Michigan.
is. It's
That
a
place
good
is
track.
huge, dude. There's like camping all over. There's like 4 campgrounds
Yeah.
on site.
No,
there in
Michigan is a
and
cool
shit.
track.
It's huge.
Indianapolis, not Indianapolis, Cleveland, Ohio. Was a kart race, CART. Open wheel racers look a lot like a F1 car. But it was a road track. But the cool thing is a lot of the road track, if you're a spectator, you only see a small portion of the race because it's like through a city or whatever, because they used to do these in Miami too. But the cool thing about Cleveland was it was a road track, but it does it's on an airport. It's on the runways and taxiways of an airport. So when you sit in the grandstand, you can see the whole race. And so it was pretty awesome. You know, we had to fly a long way. I was flew from Fort Lauderdale, Florida up to Cleveland, Ohio versus via Southwest Airlines, the Greyhound of the skies. And but it was cool. It was an enjoyable experience, and you could see the whole freaking race. I mean, these cars run like 212 miles an hour. They're not slow cars.
Rigger, do you watch Tucker Gott at all? He was doing a video last week. He was doing some free jumping off a moving semi off a bridge. As the semi was going over the bridge, they free jumped. But he's been doing a bunch of stuff like that lately. They were just up at Superstitious Mountains doing a bunch of free jumps and all kinds of crap they were planning on. So if you haven't watched Tucker Gott lately, he's got a bunch of air. Yeah, dude. I'll get you a name. Tucker Gott. He does a lot of paramotoring and shit. He's a professional paramotor. Yeah. He does the paramotor shows and stuff that you see at the air shows and all kinds of different stuff. He's one of the pilots there, but he's got his own YouTube channel, Risky Biscuits and all that kind of stuff. And oh man, dude, he's got some cool shit. He does some crazy stuff. He unboxed his YouTube plaque, his like 100,000 subscriber plaque. He unboxed it in the air on a paramotor. He flown paramotor down to the local McDonald's, landed in the parking lot, grabbed him a burger, and flew back home. Shit like that. Yeah, he's pretty cool.
The paramotor gig is pretty cool.
But yeah, he's been doing some free jumping and shit like that. That's some adrenaline junkie right there. Yeah, so well, hey Ed, 8:30.
Okay.
So we're gonna get on out of here. Thanks everyone for stopping in. Appreciate you coming in, Ed. Always count on you. Everyone,
Later, everyone.
thanks for stopping by. We'll try to keep it going. We'll try to get another one going next Thursday again and see how it goes. It's getting cold, so it'll probably be more time in the house. So, you know,
You're right.
streaming will probably be easier. I won't be feeling like I need to be out riding or something, but because
Well,
I ain't
and
run
it's
3
not-
weeks. So.
Not only that, but it's getting darker earlier
Yeah.
too.
By the time I get out of work, it's going to be too dark to be able to fly unless it's inside. Which I still got some gates over there that I haven't set up, and I need to work on getting some of these little, like my tiny whoop itself, get it up in the air and get some flying indoors. But I don't know. We'll see. All right, guys, have a good one. Enjoy, everyone. Happy flying. Y'all going down to spin up. Be safe. Have a good time. We'll see you
Absolutely.
next week or around the web.
Later, man.